Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Markets cooled off in trade today after rallying close to 1% yesterday. Nifty gave up the 11,000 mark while Sensex shed almost 150 points of trade. So let's bring those charts up for you. Broader markets underperformed with the Nifty Bank giving up 27,000 with cuts of 130 points. Now the mid-cap correction also continued with that index tumbling more than 1%. Anuj Singhal joins us now with his detailed analysis of the day's trade. Anuj, markets unable to sustain at high levels.
Well, big decline for the market. Intraday, what's happening is again at high level there is selling pressure. Midcaps plunged today, and the best example was what happened with Ashok Leyland, which was down 15%. I'll talk about it in a bit later, but other index losers today included names like Hindustan Unilever. That's been a problem point for the market for 2 days. Tata Motors, the big banking names like Axis and ICICI, Mahindra and Mahindra was down. Ultratech was lower. It's a bit of a global play as well, so metal names have been seeking lower levels. Tata Steel, Hindalco, Vedanta, all down quite a bit. On the gaining side, it's clearly the crude oil impact which is playing out. So HP, BP going up. Even ONGC is going up because now there's belief that that the subsidy fear is no longer going to be there. Indiabulls Housing was the other one which gained ground. Stock of the day today was Ashok Leyland, down 15%. This stock just 3 months back was making life highs almost on a daily basis. Now at the verge of making a 50-week low. Such has been the turnaround in the stock. The big F&O losers today included names like JSEL, HCC, Union Bank, Gen Irrigation, DLF, PVR. So the key point is that the market is vulnerable to selling at higher levels, and the mid-cap selling is still here. And every day there are 3 or 4 new stocks which are seeing aggressive selling.
Absolutely, Anuj, a weak day for the markets. Thank you so much for bringing us those details. The markets will remain skittish in the near term. That's the word coming in from Deepak Parekh, the chairman of HDFC. Speaking at an event in Mumbai, Parekh said that the recent peak scaled by both the Nifty and the Sensex was not broad-based and concentrated only on a few stocks. Take a look.
Last Thursday, the Sensex and Nifty scaled an all-time new high. Yet this rise was not broad-based, but concentrated only in a few key stocks. So while India is still among the best performing major markets in Asia, there has been some decoupling on sectoral indices, and gains have been a bit lopsided. Markets are expected to be skittish in the near term. Factors affecting market sentiment include how fast the Federal Reserve actions on further rate increases in the US and whether trade-related tensions escalate further.
Idea and Vodafone have decided to pay dues to the Income Tax Department in order to get their merger going. Remember, the merger will create the largest telecom company in India, and the Telecom Department had earlier refused to reconsider their plea to reconsider the dues. The payment, however, will be made under protest. Nisha Podar joins us now with all the exclusive details. Nisha, take us through the latest developments and explain to us what does it mean when they say paying under protest?
So first to the news, what I do gather from sources with direct knowledge is that after the Department of Telecommunications really rejected the request by Idea as well as Vodafone to reconsider the huge amount of 7,268 crore rupees of dues for their merger approval to come through, now both the companies have decided to pay up this huge amount, but not without a fight. They have decided to really go ahead with the payment in the next few weeks and also under protest, which means that a payer will have the right to really protest this particular obligation in the court of law. Now, sources with direct knowledge also share with us that Idea as well as Vodafone are expected to make an appeal to the Supreme Court, take the matter there for protest against the DOT's charge of 7,268 crore rupees. Now, remember that this particular due and the payment of the dues is extremely crucial for getting the Department of Telecommunications approval and the final nod coming in for the merger to come in. So it's really a mid-path that both Idea and Vodafone have taken, because it's over a year since they announced this particular transaction and it hasn't got all the approvals in. So they'll pay up, get the merger process go, but if they really win in the court of law, then there is every right to get that refund as well. So it's coming in at a huge expense at this point for Idea and Voda.
All right, Nisha, thank you so much for those details. Now, the government is going all out to make sure that instances of departures of high-profile defaulters like Vijay Mallya and Nirav Modi are not going to be repeated. Now, CNBC TV18 learns that a government panel held by Financial Services Secretary Rajiv Kumar may recommend preemptive passport revocation of high-valued economic offenders in order to ensure that they do not leave Indian shores. Sapna Das, who has been tracking that story, joins us now. Sapna, what else are you picking up?
Well, we are clearly given to understand that this high-level government panel that has been formed, and the first meeting was just held on July 17. This panel is likely to make some recommendations on the lines of the revocation and suspension of passports of high-value economic offenders. Now, there is going to be a monetary threshold also for that. We are given to understand that this monetary threshold will be reasonable. It will not be too much on the lower side. The numbers are not known as of now. The first meeting of this panel has already been held on July 17, and the panel, of course, is headed by the DFS Secretary, Mr. Rajiv Kumar. Has strong representation from the ED, from the IB, the CBI, the intel agencies, and of course the Ministry of External Affairs, Special Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs, and the Reserve Bank of India. It's likely that these recommendations, should be out within the next 1 month or so. We are given to understand that as of now, the revocation and suspension of passports of high-value economic offenders may require some amendments to the Passport Act itself. But that's a call that the panel will take in the due course. This may also be possible via rules and regulations. Apart from this, a second aspect also that the panel will be looking into is the issue of dual citizenship. So wherever the high-value economic offenders have not notified they hold other passports or other citizenship of other countries and that has not been revealed, probably there'll be some mechanism that will come in order to keep a check on that as well. But of course, the key takeaway, the issue of possible revocation and suspension of passports of high-value economic offenders, of course, following a certain money threshold.